Hello, everybody, and welcome to Olympus Coliseum here in Chicago, Illinois, where tonight we have game one of our SeaWorld TV doubleheader as the Bay Area Breakers come into town to face Lake Shore Drive. I'm being alongside me is my main man, Maestro, most interesting man in SeaWorld Prep. How are you doing, my friend? Good to have you here and group with me for this one.
Put up those photos. Oh, no, that's too early right there. How you doing that, B-Rod? Man, look, I appreciate you making sure that I had the right number for Kelly Clarkson because I wonder why she wasn't writing you back.
Yeah, hey, look, it's hookup now, right?
Yeah, I
hooking up there. Angelo Jordan hooking up.
Yes, he is.
Eliminations already, or big war on the pass, guys. And there's a quick offense from the Breakers, but Hyman can't get the jump to go. Hand down, man down is the Breakers down a man here on the off Peterson, and then it does not matter as they get the stop defensively there.
Yeah, you can't go a little too strong to the rim. You got to make sure that you get that ball right over the circle, and you're going to press it down into the bottom of the net. You just can't expect to sling it in there like a shot. And sometimes when you're as big as these guys are, you know, they're just basically throwing it down hard no matter what.
Absolutely, and there's a Adonis Knight. And this first 2 minutes of the game, tying the game up here at 2. The Lake Shore Drive is Maestro 6-2 on the season. They won their last game 65, and there goes Adonis Knight scoring once again. Back to back points for him. The Lake Shore won their last game against Showtime after January 11th. A really good game for them. Ended up winning by 10. And now they're tied for first place in the Fountain Division with the OGs as a result.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Everybody gets there some kind of way, but they eventually get there, right? The OGs, very methodical, called their game last night. And oh, by the way, really great game by the Philadelphia Elite taking the game last night. They actually turned the OG's strength into a weakness. And you don't really see that against Coach Dodds that often, but they were able to do it. Now, being up to the night here with Lakeshore Drive, they're sort of all over the place. They kind of win their games either playing great transition ball or strong side court leverage ball. You just never know what you're going to get, but it's one thing that if they do consistently, no matter what is, they tend to be very disruptive in the pass lanes, and they're very good passers even down deep. So if they can maintain that, they're going to give Bay Everest a really good run for their money here tonight.
Exactly. You see it here. There's Buckle there on the rebound for Kyrie Holtzclaw. Second chance point for the drive as it's a 6-4 lead for them. Trey Hyman with it. No good.
Interesting choice.
There's Kyrie Holtzclaw once again. It's him with that lead out there. 4-point lead for Lakeshore here. Hyman off of the screen, and once again can't finish. Golden one. I just see him make.
That's the second time. That's the second time he's done that. Usually Trey goes to the rim and chooses violence on that. I wonder if he's trying to incorporate something else into his game. If it's sort of a mindset, if he's trying to develop another shot, what's going on? But
very possible, but right now, Kyrie Holtzclaw is killing him on the board and killing him.
Yes, he is.
That's his third chance now in a row down there getting points off the rebound. Big Gore, foul called on him. Which is the free throws coming up for the Breakers. It'll be Adonis Knight here at the free throw line.
Coolest name in SeaWorld Hoops, Adonis Knight. You know, you got a name like that. You have to be a star. That's just what it is. You just got to be a star, no matter what, with a name like that. And oh, by the way, for a guy that's going to be going to one of the West Coast powerhouses or new powerhouses, UCLA or Pepperdine, with a name like Adonis Knight, I don't know. I can see his jersey up in the Raptors for something, even if it's nothing else. Having the coolest name in SeaWorld Hoops. So I'm going to say that right now.
Hey, we love to see it, man. Speaking of college commits, we saw earlier today, Zay Gore finalized his commitment to the Illinois Fighting Illini. He'll be staying in state and playing for them. And, you know, maybe we'll see D'Angelo Jordan join him at Illinois as well. There's still time for these kids to make their decision where they're playing their college ball, obviously. But Zay Gore, congratulations on the commit. We want to thank you and congratulations live on the air.
Yeah, absolutely. A great choice, great institution, a long history. You know, it's interesting. They've always been a voice whenever you see we get down to the dance and march, right? You know, Illinois manages to be there some kind of way. You know, maybe now with somebody like him on the team, you're going to see that turn around and they'll be more impactful throughout the season. But it's a great institution. You just got to love it like that. And it's a great move by him. Oh!
And one! DeAndre Jordan gets a foul called on him. And boy, oh boy, what a phenomenal move that was. Guess who's going back to the line again? Adonis Knight.
Well, his name is SWH Hoops. I'm going to get a quote every time I say that. I'm telling you right now. And oh, by the way, that's how you move in traffic. What did he do?
Absolutely.
You know, normally you see a cat like him, especially with his height and his speed, you know, granted, he's sort of short on the mid-big side. He's only 6'5", and I'm saying only 6'5". But the way he moves in traffic, he's able to use his speed. He plays more like he's 6'7", but he has the speed of a cat who's close to 6'1", and that's what makes him so dangerous every single time.
Absolutely. Here's Norman Nathan being guarded by Adonis Knight.
Yeah.
That bag can't get it to fall for him. Good effort, though.
Very good effort. And oh, by the way, even though he backed off Adonis with that move, he had to, because Adonis had him on leverage the entire way. He's not going to get a close start off. And
absolutely. And yeah, there goes Trey Hyman.
And there's a big Trey we know right there.
Yep, there it is. We decided not to be nice on that one. We learned the last two, right?
Like
I think the first one, I think the first one maybe scared him a little bit, you know, and then he's like, let me try something else on the last two. You know what, enough of this. Let's go back to the old reliable way.
I'm going to say, like my mama told me, being nice is for suckers. Take his head off.
Don't be nice down there, big fella. That's how you're supposed to do it.
That's right. He moves so well without the ball. I mean, I'm going to say this. We're really lucky right now, B-Ron, because we're getting a chance to watch an early version of the Kentucky Derby. There are horses on both of these teams, and it's going to be up and down all night. I think I'm going to have to take some oxygen in a minute. I'm just going to say that right there, because these two teams can get after it.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, if we keep the pace up, you know, we're both going to be needing oxygen tanks. Like you said, I don't even join you on that, man. These kids are going to run down the court like crazy. Great cut there, and great cut by Dave Gore to catch the pass and finish with the layup. 4 points for Lakeshore. Giving it a lead back. All 10.
Strong move. Yes, absolutely. And oh, by the way, notice by now I've not said the magic word I always say, help side, right? These first steps are so fast by both of these teams. The only way help side is going to get there is if they cheat. The problem is if you cheat, both teams pass so well together, right? If you cheat off your man down low, a quick pass in, next thing you know, you guys got a 4-foot shot, if not even an open pass to the rim. So you can even cheat to make sure that everything is good.
Exactly right. You can't even guess. If you guess wrong, it's too late. You just get a quick break, come right back.
I'll give you a whole bag of Doritos just because it's so strong.
Welcome back, everyone. Fast-paced action here to begin this one. 12-10 Lakeshore out in front of some great play on both sides so far. Kyrie Holtzcall leading the way for Lakeshore. 6 points, 4 rebounds for him, a force on the glass. And Adonis Knight for Bay Area leading the way. 8 points for him and a steal as well.
You know, when you're active, and both of these teams, I'm just going to say this, both of these teams do what they do because everyone stays active the entire time. And you gotta love that, you know.
Yeah, they came out here and got active immediately, wasted no time getting themselves going on either side of the floor. As we're down to the final minute here of the first quarter. This went by so fast, Maestro, that we didn't have time to talk about keys to the game. We'll get that in the second quarter at this point. We'll have more time to talk about it.
Way to get in the lane with a great steal with that. Absolutely. I mean, they're going to push the tempo. And you know what the thing is? These are two teams that can maintain this for 4 quarters plus.
Yeah, absolutely. No, Mason get that out of here. Got that sent back and coming back the other way with it. Got a score off it, and they do.
Don't bring Kool-Aid to a gym party. To quote my boy Blazer.
Armand Green, great job there on the defensive end to get the block, and then on the other end with the finish there as well.
So see what you got: a block, a rebound, and point. That's how you get a good, clean multi-possession.
One of those trifecta situations there, and bringing the ball up here. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Ended emphatically here.
How brilliant was
Hardaway.
that? How brilliant was that setup? We have to talk about that when we get into the next quarter.
Yeah,
I can't take this out. That was a brilliant offensive setup there. Well done.
The sweep there on that last play by Bay Area as the first quarter comes to a close. It's a 2-point Breakers lead, 14-12. Olympus Coliseum is rocking here. Got a good game on our hands. Supposed to come back for the second quarter. Second quarter action here at Olympus Coliseum. Thank you for joining us here. Been a fun first quarter, Maestro. Let's talk about that last possession that the Breakers had on that half-court lull you to sleep kind of move there.
Absolutely. I mean, so basically, it's the equivalent of a screen pass in football, right? You sort of lay back. Stay back, you keep it clear out. You look like you're going to run a triangle, and then the back court person outruns his man to the rim. I mean, it's just beautiful, and you have to have athletes to do that, just like the play we just saw right there. You have to have athletes to put a dunk in traffic like that, too.
Yeah, witness word put onto the scene, and now backcourt violation here.
Oh!
One time Hardaway, and continuing to slam the ball in frustration there. Got to be careful of those.
Yeah.
Critical foul. Surprised they didn't call it there, but maybe they're letting it go because the first time infraction sort of thing. We'll see how that's handled out the course of the game, but got to keep it in check.
Rare mental error there from our boys here. Yeah. I mean, you just never see that with these teams.
No, you don't. And a tough shot there. I believe that was England Roman who got that one in the ball. For Lakeshore, firing a three of their own, it's gone.
My goodness.
9, Hardaway letting it fly.
You know what? I might not have to wait till after the end of the game to set a couch on fire right now. They're just getting it done.
These two teams are going at it, and we got a little bit of time here now, Maestro. We're working here. Let's call it keys to the game for both teams, starting with Lakeshore.
Lakeshore Drive's going to have to find a way, not only to maintain their pace, but also make sure that they have clean possessions all the way through. They're a very solid team, even though they're really inconsistent. If you look at all their wins came differently, but they're doing the one thing that I will always say is if you get on the offensive board and turn your offensive boards into points, that's always going to give you a chance, and they're doing that tonight. On the other side, in terms of how we look at our Bay Area Breakers, right? Their game always goes inside out, and it goes through either Hyman or Knight. Well, against these horses, you're going to need more people kind of putting the biscuit in the bucket. So the idea of how we're going to play this game, and I guess 3 seconds don't count anymore. It depends on how you play this game tonight for them. They need to play their game, but they're going to have to extend their defense in terms of transition in order to slow down the horses on the other side, the same way somebody might want to slow them down.
Absolutely, and I think it's going to come down to who can slow down the other team more, given all of the firepower on both sides around their offenses go. You know, nomination, Angelo Roman with 5-3, and that's good for him.
Angelo Roman.
Yeah, there's so much talent on both sides of the court in this one that it's going to be hard trying to put either of them down in this offense from both sides. Man, I'm hard to get another one to fall.
And you know what's funny? Like, you know, you're seeing more and more of this with the game today, and I'm really glad to say this. Look at a kid like Angelo Roman. Look like a kid like Adonis Knight. What's one of their alternate sports? Volleyball. Our basketball coaches always try to get us to play volleyball because it focuses how you use your jump game in basketball, because you have to use what's called the strike clone rule, and we can talk more about that later.
Yeah, time out here in the field. We're going to take a quick break, everyone. I'm right back.
Car's all yours.
Thanks. Cars.com's expert reviews made it easy, but...
Shouldn't there be more back and forth?
You missed the drama, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this will do the trick.
Oh, it's a puppy.
Not a puppy, a wolf.
What now?
He's a wolf, and that is its incredibly protective mother.
Put the wolf down.
You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube, the exclusive home of SimWorld TV and SimWorld Prep. YouTube.com/SimWorldTV. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can see all the shows and watch all the games here. And don't forget as well to hit that bell, because that's how you get notified when streams go live, when our shows go up, all that good stuff. The only place to be for SimWorld TV here on YouTube.
That's right, baby. You can see the game and be the game. Come on.
Absolutely, 100%. As we get back to game action here, a really, really fast-paced offensive flurry from both teams here. And there goes Jamie Raymond, getting by his man quickly and getting 2 points. Easy.
Yeah, great, man. And again, once again, all these horses, man, those first steps into space, they're so quick. If you commit to them quick, they're also great passers. They're going to make you pay out the way, so you just have to pick your poison.
Right, exactly. Pick your poison. And Angelo Roman fires and hits the can from deep.
Goodness gracious. Angelo Roman is bringing it hard tonight. That's what you want to see out of these guys. You know, Angelo, that's a good mid-range shot for a guy who's 6'4". He could have brought it in if he wanted to, but no, he did the smart move. And what did he do, B-Ron? He followed his shot.
Absolutely. It's so important to follow your shot, and you don't see that a whole lot, especially these days. You usually have, that's why you have your big guys in the paint to grab rebounds, but you got to get in there and still try to get your own. That's what makes the difference. Those effort plays, second chance plays, that's what the college scouts are looking for. They want to see those kind of things from you. And great defense there from Roman on Ramos, on Jordan. As Bay Area fires the two, and Dime Hardaway hits another tough contested jumper.
I think we have, normally they say styles make fights, right? You want two teams that play opposite balls against each other because that's going to make a really good game. In this particular case, both teams do the one thing that I'm going to say I personally love the most in the game, and that is transition offense and transition defense. And I think you said it earlier, B-Ron, when you said it's going to be about who makes the mistake last that might end up losing this game, because both of these teams are really pushing it to the limit at every single point, and that is really what you want to see.
Yeah, exactly. Nation has it now. Like up to Jordan, and another Physique that's a 2. Oh, it's a 3. It's a 3. I was really, oh, look. Ref hand didn't go. I didn't see his hand go. I didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what it was either. Now, here's the difference. It's a 10-point lead for Lakeshore Drive, and it doesn't feel like a 10-point lead.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Mike. So, we're on the same page there. It doesn't feel like it's 10 points. It feels like it's 5, at least.
At least, exactly. And you and I both call games when one team gets a 4-point lead, and it feels like it's a 90-point lead all of a sudden. Just because there's no offensive opportunities for anybody on the other side. Oh! That's how you run through the pivot. Great backside pivot. How to use the baseline as a tracking zone. You get there right to the rim, choose violence. That's nice. And oh, by the way, now it is what? H1, what? It is now a 12-point game.
Yep. Ooh, it's going to stay 12 for the time being anyway. We'll see what happens here on this possession. At least we're looking to extend that lead to 14. 125 left in the first half, and we've seen some great ball movement from Lakeshore in this first half, and that, in my opinion, has been the biggest difference for them in their success in this first half.
Absolutely, and both of these teams, my man, they move the ball so well, and it's not just the passing. It's who you're passing it to at what point on the floor.
Ooh. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean to cut you up, but you're absolutely right. Who you pass it to, where you pass it to, what's the outcome of that pass? Because it gets somebody into trouble, because you can pass it into the corner, but if he gets trapped in the corner, that's a poor pass,
It's difficult to pass in traffic, and both of these teams do it very, very well. But also, what I like, they never stop the rotation on defense. Once somebody goes low, like what we just saw here, what happened? Everybody went to the rim. And what you do? You make them pay on the other side. This is Bay Area's game. To me, every time I've seen Bay Area, even from last season, the one consistent part of their game is the fact that they're able to move and transition. And when they're at their best in transition, they're almost unstoppable. That's why this doesn't feel like a 10-point deficit right now.
Right, exactly. Final 10 seconds here of the first half, taken away. Norman Nathan just fire up a 3, and he does. Almost went in. Final 3 seconds. Ramos fires up a 3 at the buzzer. Good!
Anything you can do, I can do better. Anything I can do, anything better than you.
One thing that Bay Area can do better, those lead at halftime. Lakeshore has that. They're up by 7, 37-30 as we enter halftime. And like we said it all throughout the first half, it's been a fast-paced offensive game from both sides, and it's been really crazy to see it, honestly, be so fast-paced in the first 2 quarters.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm just going to say this right now. Lakeshore Drive is taking advantage of every single opportunity that they have, and that's what you have to do against a team like Bay Area. Now, Lakeshore Drive has the horses to run with Bay Area, no doubt, no question, no whatever. And if they maintain this, they're going to have this game tonight. but you can always count on Bay Area being able to lean on their main horses, which they have a multitude of, to get them back into the game. And that's why any deficit around 10 is just not going to be big enough.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of Trey Hyman in the second half. We'll see what kind of changes both teams make. We're going to take a break, halftime, come right back for the second half here at Olympus Coliseum. Second half match get ready to begin, folks, and the Lakeshore Prime have a 37-30 lead over the Bay Area Breakers. And in that first half, it was the bubble from both teams made the difference. But really, also, we talk about it off the air, but it was the off-ball movement as well, especially from Lakeshore, that really got them going. And, you know, for all of the antics and things and personality that the owner, Coach Dante Vance, had, he's got his team working. He knows what he's doing. He's done this before, and he's coming in here and saying, I can do both of these. I can be an owner and a coach, compared to other coaches that have been here for a while in the World Press.
You know what? That's a really great point because...
Go ahead, sorry, go ahead.
No, you totally got it there, brother. You know, the idea here is, how do we make it count? And again, you said it. We can pass all we want to, but if nobody's moving to get leverage and to get space, all that passing doesn't mean anything, right?
Right.
So the idea is, if you have complete movement, nothing but good things are going to happen. And oh, by the way, it's being told by the point, even with all the misses that we've had, right? It's being told by the possessions. By my count right now, both teams are looking at a 1.9 and a 1.6 point per possession margin right here. That is way above the elite. I mean, that's almost to the ultimate elite level. And if this game doesn't end up being in the 80s, I'm going to be very surprised.
I don't see why it would with the way these offenses are flowing. Jamie Rambo, another one they over him, had a great end to the first half, hitting that had incredibly buzzer beater. Jordan fired is a 3-0, but that's 3 points.
You know, it's going to get laid off there early. Bay Area can't maintain this, even though they're playing well in comparison. Lakeshore Drive is really bringing the funk and the fire all night here. And there's going to be some other choices made in terms of Bay Area being able to get the points down. And it's going to start with plays like that, getting the offensive rebound and turning it into points.
Yeah, no, exactly. Let's talk about adjustments in that in the second half now that we're here, Maestro. You mentioned just Bay Area a second ago, but for Lakeshore, what are you doing? You're going to do a lot more of that. Pitch in, goes putting the ball in the customer basket, let him dunk it, man. It's 45-36. drive out in front. But yeah, if you're Lakeshore, what kind of changes, if any, really, are you making in the second half to come out here to start?
They're doing it right now. They're doing a lot. Okay, so we noticed in the first half, a lot of their movement off ball was coming strong side in, which means like the middle half of the paint down into like the charge circle, right? Well, now what they're doing this time is, instead of making their cuts so obvious, they're doing baseline cuts, which they only did a couple of times in the first half, and they're catching Bay Area by surprise, because even Bay Area is not reacting to the pass like they normally do, because they're not used to somebody being there yet. Now this team is smart. Bay Area is smart. They're going to figure that out. But baseline cuts and mixing up your cuts to the bucket. Oh, super two. No super two.
What a block on Trey Hyman. You know, we saw on social media today, Trey Hyman, you know, talking his talk like he does.
Yeah.
Like he does. And so far, unfortunately for him, the team as a whole, they're trailing in the game, you know, haven't quite backed it up to the point we expect them to. But there's still time left in the game to get back to be fair.
If you get a block like that on Trey Hyman, you might want to keep that ball. I'm just going to say, I would. I feel like, you know what, I'm going to keep that one. I want to keep that one.
Yeah, exactly. Bay Area with to steal their own now, take it back the other way. Donovan Knight has it in his hand. Being guarded by Daniel Jordan. Great defense and forcing a missed shot as well.
Now I'm going to say this. That was the first bad possession that I saw by Bay Area all night. That was a quasi clear out, and when the shot went up, no one went to the rim. And I'm not used to seeing that from Bay Area. I don't know if they were just taking a mini breather. I don't know what was going on. That's a strong trap there right there. Now how do you rotate off the trap? Get back to your man. Very good.
They shoot three in the corner though. Good. 2 in a row for Norman Nation. After being shut out in the first half of points, we come out firing in the second half. 6 quick points on 2 shots, both the 3.
Lakeshore has Bay Area a little off-centered right here. They're not really playing their game, not the game that we're used to seeing anyway. And oh, by the way, what are they doing? They're building on their lead, and you need to do that against Bay Area. Oh my goodness, another long distance call.
Heating up here, Maestro. That's 3 in a row for Norman Nation. Now, Bay Area with this has been a really second half start to it, and great defense turning into offense. Not quite.
But that's okay. You know what? At least he went strong into the rim. He didn't try to do anything funky fancy with it. We'll take that. But what's more impactful was still that happened on the other side.
Right, you live with them.
Because that sends a subliminal message. We have to watch our internal passing, and there's no team that's as good as that in Bay Area. And if they start questioning their internal passing, Lakeshore Drive will be able to maintain this lead with ease.
Absolutely. Absolutely they will. As Adonis Knight gets himself more points. And the ball got away from Lakeshore, which in a way oddly benefits them in the quarter. The ball got almost up here to half court, and the clock is still ticking away at that 25. So there's a key 3. Anthony who took that one and able to get the ball for him. And Bay Area able to respond.
Interesting. I'm not used to seeing Bay Area not crash the boards like they normally do. This is not their game at all. And Lakeshore Drive is basically turning on the afterburners right now. And I don't blame them. That's what you got to do.
Exactly. Nomination's coming alive here in the third quarter. Bay Area take the timeout. We're going to take one as well. Come right back, folks, for the rest of the third quarter.
SimWorld presents Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
What's up, everyone? This is Big Bob.
And this is Elava.
And we are the co-hosts of Around the Table with Ian the Fat Man.
Around the Table is the SimWorld Sports podcast where Big Bob and I give our takes on various sports from around the world.
Make sure to tune in every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time to hear our takes.
And don't forget to join in the conversation with us on Discord at discord.gg/SimWorldHoops.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter and YouTube at SimWorld4K. And as always, see the game, be the game.
Later, folks.
2:20 left here in the third quarter, and Lakeshore is trying to run away with it here, Maestro. 54-38. They defended their lead big time, and the big reason for that is the play of number 18 here in the third quarter. Can't rely on being shut out in the first half. Big third quarter for him, and again, he's been a big reason why Lakeshore has what they do right now. And Angelo Roman's going to try to attack over Trey Hyman, and no points for him that time. He's had a good night as well for the drive.
Absolutely. And, it's interesting now. Bear needs to understand there's no such thing as a 16-point shot. And if it was, I definitely missed that rule book change. So they need to stick with their game and realize that that their superpower is their ability to play in transition. And that's on offense and defense. But if they don't crash the board, and Lakeshore Drive has done that the entire game. Lakeshore Drive is passing well, like we just saw right there. They're crashing the boards, no matter what goes on. At least 2 people going to the boards, if not 3. Yep. They're making great passes. Lakeshore Drive is playing the game, and I'm just gonna say it. They are whipping up on Bay Area right now because Bay Area seems like they're kind of stuck in mud right now, and that's just not how we used to see them play.
Yeah, they're giving everything they got, and there was that Manning illumination in the pass. Jordan on the outlet got him down there, and guess what? They got some more points in their total. They are really, really giving Bay Area fits on both sides of the ball. And Jordan has been guarding Trey Hyman here these last few possessions. That's a good change, I think. Athlete on athlete change there, Maestro. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I would do if I was going against someone like Trey. I would basically divide the game up into maybe not quarters, but into 6, where I would rotate my 3 best athletes on him. They don't have to stop him; they just need to be in his way, and that's what they're doing tonight.
Exactly, be in his way, be a nuisance, and that behind the back move from Zagor was absolutely marvelous. Able to get any points there, but Roman going to try to attack off the glass. Oh, good. Final 10 seconds here, though, of the third quarter ticking away. Bay Area needs some sort of positive momentum heading into the break. We'll see what they do. Hyman has a chuck of a shot here. He does, and it's good! Trey Hyman. A little shot clock cheese action to end the third quarter. It's a 58-43 Lakeshore Drive lead. Fourth quarter coming at you, folks. We'll see if the Drive can hold on and gets their 7th win on the season. Put those 4s up, folks. It is fourth quarter time. 58-43. Lakeshore Drive in the lead, trying to hold on for their 7th win on the season, not in a row, on the season rather. And they look really good tonight, courtesy of the ball movement. Their assist total is really, really good compared to their Breakers side anyway. And they're stopping Trey Hyman and causing other people to beat them, which has worked out for them so far. But look at Adonis Knight. He's been the leading scorer.
When you have guys who are collectively outplaying the main guy from another team the way that's what's happening in the trade tonight. He's getting quadruple teamed, and he's getting outplayed. You need other guys stepping up. And oh, by the way both of these teams play, right, it needs more than somebody like Adonis Knight. Someone else needs to come into the game, be able to make immediate impact, and make sure that they can help turn this game around.
Yeah, well, there goes Big Flex himself in the dunk there, making it 60-47. But they need a lot of help, and there's a good start. Backcourt violation. Perfect.
There you go. You know what? They're going to have to step up that transition. They're going to need more of that here. Again, you're not going to make this up by just playing your game. You have to step up energy in every play and almost play a 2-minute game now for the rest of the game.
Exactly.
The Lakeshore Drivers is playing too well on all cylinders right now to just give this game away.
Yeah, they're firing all cylinders. If they can keep it up, I think they'll be just fine in this one. 60-49 after the Don Hardaway layup goes there for them. And, you know, a big reason for their success in the third quarter was the play of Norman Nation. Again, he was put out in the first half, came through in the third with 11 big points. His first 11 points of the game all came in the third quarter. And Daniel Jordan's getting help. He has 20 points by himself. Norman Nation has 11. One other player has 11 points for them as well. So it's Kyrie Hosfeld at 11 as well for him. There's a lot of help here tonight.
Absolutely, and Lakeshore Drive is playing a smart game. They got the lead, they're working the shot clock, but unfortunately they're making their shots, and now what has happened, they're giving Baylor Breakers a chance to get into striking distance. It's going to be dangerous if it gets any closer, because then it's going to come back to man-on-man and athlete-on-athlete again.
Yep, and Vance is going to take a timeout here. We're going to stay here and let you know that we have one more game tonight on SimWorld TV, and it's our SimWorld TV doubleheader. Second game is going to be the Rocky Mountain Monsters taking on Gulf Coast Lockdown, the Lock and Key crew, welcoming Rocky Mountain and Justin Bell, Dink Pate, Zane Davis, Lucas Banks, all those kids over there. We're going to go in to see Kai Killens, Carson Cutbirth, Cooley Horse, so many of those kids over there. They're that young, very young. Gulf Coast team is making a name of themselves here this season.
Yes, they are. So interesting. But you know what I'm really looking forward to, B-Ron? You know what I'm really looking forward to? You know what I'm really looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the post-up. Because the post-up is going to get us going, right? They're going to kill us and drop some knowledge, get us fired up, make us want to go burn a VW bug or something on the highway. Let's go and get it.
One of the Volkswagen van joints, one of them?
Yeah, why not?
That's what I think. You said Beetle. I don't know why I thought of the Volkswagen Beetle bug joints. Those things. We're on the same page, then, sort of.
Listen, if it was meant to burn, you're supposed to burn it. It's in the Bible. Look it up.
Well, look, you know, Lakeshore drives and burn the nets all game long, pretty much, man. And Illumination there denied.
Oh, denied. What strong, what great ball movement, great off ball movement, strong defensive play. We're starting to see Bay Area do what they're going to do here tonight. And oh, by the way, if they get this any closer, the energy's going to change.
Absolutely. Going to shift here real fast. Adonis Knight got the block. Now Trey Hyman going to work on the smaller Angela Roman. Pass out to the corner. Up and rattles in. It's a deep two. It's a deep two. And I think Adonis Knight has him to the bench there as he is getting back up half court after making that shot. One question what he said, but he said something there, and Nation able to respond there.
Way to take advantage of the mental breakdown. Both players followed the man that was flaring out. He had open floor, went right to the rim. Made it interesting there with that little bounce around though.
Yeah, he sure did. It's almost a 10-point game. They're almost there, but this will cut it to single digits if they can get points here. Hyman back to the corner, and it falls anyway. My goodness, Adonis Knight heating up here in the fourth quarter for the Breakers.
He said, I got the coolest name in SimWorld. Let me show you why.
a absolute heartbreaker of a shot there if you're the Lakeshore Drive. You know, you play good defense, although the possession, only to give up a shot that's a lucky one to go anyway, you know, in all sense of the word. That's tough.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, look at what's happening here. The game is kind of kicking in. Now we're down to 6 points here. Now Lakeshore Drive needs to maintain. They need to stay in their game. They're running up the shot clock. That's what you want to do. You want to run it down. Don't want to get too early, because when you do that, that's the kind of stuff that Bay Area do. That's a great block. And way to be there on your man. Way to follow up.
Absolutely. Great block there. Second chance. Door fires. No good. And this is one of the things I wanted to bring up now. Lakeshore Drive and Coach Vance, they're known for playing their stars, and their stars for a good chunk of the game. That, in my opinion, can be a problem when it comes down to things like this, where it's crunch time and the game was kind of put away, and now you're getting to the point where the game is starting to get back into the away team's favor. Now we're getting to the point where you can't rest your stars at this point, but you played them the entire game.
I definitely can't disagree with you with that. But when you got horses like that, you want to let them go until they can't go no more. And you got a player like Adonis Knight that's been bringing it all game. You see how he's putting those key points down. He's filling that gap.
Yeah, 9 straight here.
Yeah, and he's filling in that gap. We're so used to seeing Trey fill in, right? So he's filling in, and maybe that's that second man that's needed. I don't know what just happened there, but Trey makes some play. Oh my goodness gracious!
Lakeshore Drive going to take a time after that one. The smart one there. Let the crowd calm down for a little bit. We're going to take a quick break as well. Come right back, folks.
Car's all yours.
Thanks. Cars.com's expert reviews made it easy, but
Shouldn't there be more back and forth?
You missed the drama, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this will do the trick.
Oh, it's a puppy.
Not a puppy, a wolf.
What now?
He's a wolf. And that is its incredibly protective mother.
put the wolf down.
You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Game 1 of the Smart TV doubleheader. And if you want to know where you can join SimWorld, that's on Discord. Discord.gg. SimWorld Hoops. What does Maestro always say? If you got the brain, come be a coach. If you got the game, come be a player. Or if you want to join behind the mic here with me and Maestro, get on the commentary team, join the SimWorld team in general, you can do that all in Discord. Well, Maestro, we're getting down here to the last little bit of this game. But it's a tight one now, 4-point game. Let's talk player of the game here, though, for both these teams. I think for me, if Bay Area comes back and wins this game, it's going to be Adonis Knight, in my opinion. He's had a more productive game between him and Trey Hyman. But for Lakeshore, it's going to be D'Angelo Jordan.
You know what? I'm going to have to go with you on that. I'm going to give you an alternate there.
Yeah, of course.
Norman Nations came in the fourth quarter and put the team on his back and did everything he could on his own here. but he did it by himself. Unfortunately,
And then
you
third
can't-
quarter, absolutely, yeah.
I'm here, thank you, third quarter. It can't be a one-man show.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look here, man. It's a 2-point game here. Bay Area has battled their way back. They were down big at one point. It was 14 points at one point, and there, just like that, it's a tie ball game thanks to Big Flex himself, Trey Hyman.
There you go, Dirty. Get it in there. He don't have a dirty night, but he's playing like it.
Playing like he's trying to get one here late in the game, man. A tie ball game now. Nation scores 3. It's short.
Oh no! Come on, Lakeshore. Don't get tight now, Lakeshore. You've been playing too good all night.
And not a good sign, but luckily for them, the shot on the other end from Juwan Harris also short there. So Roman with it. Pass inside the Nation. Good.
And that is their game. And what did he do? Baseline move, just like what we talked about earlier. Baseline move there, strong into the rim. That's how you mix it up. You get Bay Area turned around, and Lakeshore drivers have been doing that so well all night.
Absolutely, Maestro. Absolutely. And look, if you're enjoying the game here tonight, why don't you do us a favor? Share it on social media. Let everybody know, hey, this is a great game here that we're watching, and I want everybody else to know about it too. Where can you do those things? TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, at SimWorld4K. The social media, follow us over there and tag us in those posts. Let everybody know how much you're enjoying these games here, this first game here tonight, and the game's going to come later on after this one as well. It's going to be a phenomenal finish.
Okay. And you can follow me on Stone because I chisel out all my stuff. Very easy to follow, like, and you can follow, but it gets kind of heavy. You just have to read this thing. Give you a little chip in there to let you know that you liked it and you're ready.
Absolutely. Well, look, heavy burdens to carry. Those stones you got, I'm sure they're heavy, Maestro, and the area now trying to carry their way back into this game, and unfortunately for them, they would have been popping that possession. Gordon with to take a jumper. No good. Great box out to grab the rebound from Damian Ramos, and 25 seconds left here. It's a 2-point game, and it's a tie ball game again. Thanks to Trey Hyman. Over Daniel Jordan, we're going to stay with it here. Maestro, 25 and a half seconds left in this one. Talk some plans to do here in this one for Lakeshore. They're going to have the ball coming out of the timeout here, and no timeouts left for them. So I think that changes how you handle this possession perhaps at all, or what are you doing on this possession?
I think if I was Lakeshore, with no timeouts left, I'll work down as much of the 24-second clock as possible before I take that shot. That way, if I make it, I'm giving Bay Area no time to get the ball back and get the ball up. Now, the other thought process here from Bay Area, you need to force the offensive game. That means you need to do what? Do what they do best. Hard on ball, help side movement, leverage on their defense in order to make sure that they keep their hands in all the passing lanes, because with those horses, if they get a steal here or get a rebound, they can push it up, so their transition game is coming back to life now, that they can actually get in and sneak into at the end. It's going to be interesting what's going to happen here.
Yep, it looks like I got to do all that without fouling too, though, Maestro. Play the hard defense, sure, but don't foul. You can't foul here and let Lakeshore win it at the line with free throws here. But here we go. Game clock and shot clock separated by about a second. Looks like maybe a little bit less than that. But they're winding the clock all the way down, taking their sweet time. I think this is well, as we said, Maestro. Gore attacking inside. Jordan, get that out of here! And Bear is going to take a timeout with 3.2 seconds left, and that is a crucial block, crucial timeout. We're going to take one as well. Coming back for the final 3.2 seconds here at Lakeshore Drive.
Das hier ist mein Sektor. Das hier ist das wichtigste Gerät des Küstenwächters. Das Gerät und das Gerät. Überlebensradar.
Mayday, Mayday. Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you... Over. We are sinking. We are sinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We are sinking. We're sinking.
What are you thinking about.
Overtime on our hands. We'll find out here. 3.2 seconds left. Bay Area looking to put this one away. 3-ball quarter. No! We're going to have extra basketball here at the Olympus Coliseum. 4 minutes of overtime coming up. We're going to take a quick break before the overtime gets started. Come on back, folks.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Welcome back, everyone. The game of the week on SimWorld TV has certainly lived up to it because we're heading to overtime. 4 more minutes of extra basketball here.
Put up those fives.
Yeah, put those fives up, man. Look, extra basketball here. 4 minutes to decide who's going to get the win. And Daniel Jordan decides to take a step back. 3, a poor decision as it does not go there for him. And that's a rare poor one for him tonight.
You know, all the momentum is on Bay Area side here. They came back. It was, what was it? At one point, it was a 16-point deficit. They closed that by shooting nearly, what was it? It was nearly 90% in the fourth quarter. And 2 guys coming up with 21 points. Great transition offense, great transition defense. That is strong.
Exactly. But look at the strong finish there from Witness Work. Tying the game back up. But yeah, 11 points from Adonis Knight. 10 Hyman in the fourth quarter. Like you said, combined 21 points in that fourth quarter, and that was a big difference in that fourth quarter. The reason why they were able to tie the game up and now get here to the overtime period. Trey Hyman gets more points there for Bay Area. They had the lead back on their side, but look who's trying to respond and does. It's D'Angelo Jordan. Who else, right?
Absolutely. If they're going to keep this up, it's going to be the first team to get a stop that's going to have a chance, because both of these teams are playing to their strength right now, and that's just what we want to see happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's 72 now as Hyman scores once again. That's his second in a row. Scoring down there in the paint. This is the time when the stars show up. D'Angelo Jordan, Trey Hyman, both those kids are rolling. The offenses for both teams have been on fire all game long, and I'm surprised by frankly it's continued at the pace that it has throughout all 4 quarters and now here in overtime. Here's a great rebound from Witness Work.
And I was just getting ready to say they didn't recognize the mismatch down below right away, but made up for it by the shot that missed to follow up on the offensive rebound. Strong play.
Just like they drew up, I'm sure. All tied up at 72. Going to stay that way as the short bunny from there. Hyman does not go. Nations now has it, and he connects. 19 points from Norman Nations here. And this place is going absolutely bananas. Yeah, all in the second half. Exactly, Maestro. All in the second half. That is insane. So that kind of offensive output from Norman Nations. That's a great defensive play there from Jordan to turn Hyman around there and get him into a tough shot.
That might be the possession that might make the difference there for Lakeshore Drive. That was not a well advised shot. Yep, and now we got a 4-point lead.
Absolutely. Phenomenal pass from Angelo Roman to witness work, making it a 4-point Lakeshore Drive lead. We are Zay Gore on the assist to witness work. And there is some more great defense from Lakeshore. Batting down the hatches here, pass in the corner, Jordan, 3, goal! That might be the dagger, folks, D'Angelo Jordan.
80 might got him out of though.
Timeout for the Breakers and Dre Pope. We're going to take one here as well. Come right back, folks.
Without you, never knew I could feel the way I do about you. Like I'm losing control, and I see you till the next time I see you. 'Cause I got without you. Never knew I could feel the way I do. Never knew I could feel the way I do. Baby, I never knew I could feel the way I do about you. Like I'm losing control and that ain't cool. You can put me and I see you. So baby, you can put me and I see you.
Welcome back, everyone, to an overtime thriller, 79-72. D'Angelo Jordan may have hit the dagger before break, but there he still has time to say something about it. And they still got a little bit more to say. Don Hardaway gets himself on the board and cuts that lead down some more. We need to get a stop here defensively, though, Maestro.
Absolutely. No need to foul just yet. Still play strong D. Make sure they're working the clock, but you're going to have to make sure that you're going to have to live up to that 89% shooting range that they had for a while there before they started missing. Oh!
Zagor said, not so fast, my friend. I'm putting this one away.
Hammer, nail, boom.
He said, I will put this away, and I'll see you in Champaign, Illinois. This is going to call basketball. Hang on a second. A deep three-pointer there from Dime Hardaway. He's not ready to let this one die yet.
There you go. Contest it up. There you go. Smart play right there. You play all the way till it says quadruple zeros and the janitor starts mopping up the floor. Otherwise, you still got a chance.
Exactly. And they got to inbound the ball here, and they do get it to Gore and down. Going to foul him. Juan Harris going to foul him, and Zay Gore going to go to the free throw line here with the shot clock off, Maestro. And the way the game is now, I think Gore made one or even both of these free throws. I think we can maybe start to say it's a it over. I know we're saying for the past, minute or so, but I feel like you can, say throw this time if he gets the first one to go.
Yeah, I think one's going to be enough. The one thing that's been holding Bay Area back all night is not so strong in the 3-point shooting percentage range. So
yeah,
unless that changes in the last 17.6 seconds here, I don't see them being able to make this down. But hey, listen, any given night, right? Any given thing can happen. So why do you play? You play until the janitor starts mopping up the floor and they start to lock the door. That's when you can take the gas off.
Exactly. And as a reminder, folks, the post-up is following this game. We'll have Siege on the post-up, joining us on the post-up. And then for Game 2, Rocky Mountain taking on Gulf Coast. We had some great basketball here in Game 1 of our SimWorld TV doubleheader. Second one will hopefully be just as good as this one.
Yeah, because it's not going to be better. I mean, our game's just always so amazing. It's just, I feel bad. Right? I feel bad for people have to come after us. It's just what it is. It's just excellent. We just can't help it. It's just what it is.
It's a tough act to follow, right?
Nah, 100%.
Be on tough act to follow, man.
100%, bro. That's listen. That's what the FBI says all the time.
Well, look, game get ready to get back to action here. 17.6 seconds left, not a whole lot of time. And Lakeshore still has one timeout left. I don't think they'll need to use it.
Absolutely not.
We'll see.
It's going to be a catch and shoot 3 right here. Catch it and shoot it. Don't
real
waste any
quick.
time.
And they sure don't. It's a 2, but they don't waste any time catching it and shooting it. So, more fouls here. Simon Hardaway to pick up his second.
You got to say what I love about this arena, the sound, the look of the ceiling is so classic, that Capitol look. And, we got to give it to our crew, the production crew, the in-house crew, the stats crew, the spotters, everybody who brings us sushi during the breaks. It's just so nice.
So nice. This is a great facility, too, is unfortunately for Tyon Farlow, was not able to get the first free throw to fall.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I mean, look, the way this last minute or so has gone, it's the longest minute in basketball, I swear. not that I'm complaining or anything. Just notice it's all. Pick it up. You gotta give credit where it's due, though. Bay Area playing hard all the way to the end of it, as we're winding down here on the final few seconds of this one. And that 3 ball is not going to go, and we can officially say this game is over. Lakeshore Drive goes to 7-2 on the season. Bay Area falls to 6-4 on the season after a 85-79 overtime win for Lakeshore Drive. For Maestro, I'm B-Ron. The post-up is coming up, and then Game 2 following after. Don't go anywhere, folks. Don't miss either of those things. See ya in Game 2.
going on, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. It's your man Yells here. And tonight I'm here with Siege, who will soon be a regular here on the Post Up. Siege, the Breakers, they had a challenge tonight, and they just couldn't get it done. LSD had that spot rocking, man. What do you make of this matchup and how things went down at the end of this game?
I mean, look, I don't want to put too much emphasis on one game, but I think it is significant, this loss here. Lakeshore Drive's a great team. There's nothing wrong with having a good competition, but the way they lost, I mean, it was a tough ending to the game. They had a chance. Trey Hyman with that block with 3 seconds left in regulation helped send them to overtime. They made the plays, and then in overtime, they just kind of lost it. But to me, it's more about their season as a whole and the way it's been going. You know, they struggled at first. People were wondering, oh, is this the Breakers team we expected? They go on a little run. They beat the Originators, and then they fall to Run DMV, which, look, this league, there's a lot of parity, but the Breakers falling to Run DMV is one of the more unexpected upsets we've seen this year. And then they have this 11-day break before they play another game. And it's against Lakeshore Drive. It's another really good team. They beat the Originators earlier, and this is another really good team, one of the better teams in this league with some of the better prospects. You talk about D'Angelo Jordan, a future SWBA lottery pick in all likelihood, and another chance for them to kind of prove themselves. And they lose. They're 10 days ago losing the Run DMV, so I think it's kind of not panic time, but this is a significant loss in my head. They kind of needed that for their mojo to come back.
Yeah, I'll say that they played hard, and that's what we'll always see. They fought back into this one. They chipped away, and they played down to the very end. But for our expectations that they're one of the top teams in the league season after season, or at least these last few seasons, and then particularly with Trey Hyman on the squad. What I didn't see, what I always keep talking about, you hear me on SimWorld Today talking about it, I didn't see an identity. I didn't see the ball moving until the fourth quarter. They finished with 17 assists. I would dare say most of those assists came in the second half. That first quarter was all Donis Knight, and he was doing his thing, but I didn't see winning basketball against an elite team, and they played an elite team, and they didn't win.
Yeah, it's a rough one, but you got to remember the parity in this league. I think the biggest thing for me is that Coach Pope reminds these guys, you did play hard. You played really hard, and you lost still. And sometimes that sucks, and that's really hard for a lot of 16 and 17-year-olds to get through their head. That just because you tried and didn't win doesn't mean you shouldn't put in that same effort every game. So I'm not trying to anticipate that will be an issue, but I think Coach Pope does need to get ahead of that and do some morale management because you kind of have to do that when you've got high school kids playing basketball.
For sure. Nevertheless, great game. LSD got the job done in this first matchup that we got to see between D'Angelo Jordan and Trey Hyman. D'Angelo Jordan got the best of this one. Hats off. Keeping it moving here, though. The Ravens. Are they headed somewhere, Siege?
Look, I think it's a big talk. A lot of people have been talking about it. A question I keep hearing people ask is, who's the biggest threat to the Ravens in the AFC, and is there really a threat to the Ravens? I've heard some people from your hometown actually saying that they think the Texans are the biggest threat to the Ravens. I don't think that's too far off. I think, to me, I don't understand where the question of do they have any competition is coming from. They're still playing against, yes, maybe they had some down year in Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and those teams, but you got to face Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Like that to me is an obstacle. To me, it's never a sure thing in the playoffs in general, no matter who you're playing. When you're playing a guy like that who, one, has proven to be, he pulls things out of his behind whenever you don't expect him to. And two, you got a guy who, let's face it, in all professional sports, if you're a superstar, you're going to get some calls that some other guys aren't going to get. And we see that with Patrick Mahomes, i.e. The first time ever an equipment change had to happen on the field, and they just, no timeout, no nothing. Patrick Mahomes has a cracked helmet. We'll stop the game for it and just let him do it. Do I think the Ravens have a chance to go to the Super Bowl? Definitely. I think they're probably the favorite still, and that's why they're the 1 seed. But no, I don't think it's a clear path. I think they're the favorites in the AFC still, but no, I don't think it's a clear path at all. I think they're going to have to go up against one of the two guys you will always put in the top 5 quarterbacks in the league in Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. One of them they're going to have to play. And they got to go up against this young stud and CJ Stroud next. So in no way do I think it's an easy path for the Ravens to get there.
I'm a big Lamar fan. I like that he's tried to prove that he is a quarterback in this league and not just a running quarterback, and I think he's been proving it. But you're right, they're going up against a buzzsaw. And, hey, every night, I'm right there with Travis Kelce. Every night. If you're going to party, you have to fight for your right to party. You don't just get to do it. So, yeah, that's a matchup, man. That's a matchup. But, look, we're going to keep it moving because we are next matchup is going on in a very special place. Nolens. Who that? Nolens. Hey, man, you want to talk about a little something in New Orleans? Get it off your chest.
Look, man, here's what I want to talk about. I don't know if you've ever been, I don't know how often you've been in New Orleans. I used to go a lot when I was a little bit younger.
Second home at one point in time. See, second home.
You and me both. I think that's probably true for a lot of people. This is the way I've always felt about the city, so they call it, of New Orleans. That's a different country to me. The laws don't apply in New Orleans. I know people who have been doing certain things since they were 11, 12 years old, 9 years old in New Orleans, and it was just I'm telling you, a lot of people don't agree with me when I say this, but when I'm in New Orleans, I don't feel like I'm in the United States of America. I feel like I am in New Orleans. I'm not in the same country. That place is, I don't know, that's a different world down there.
No lies detected there. My first time, I may have told this story here on SimWorld TV. My first time in New Orleans, and I do mean my very first time down there for the Bayou Classic. I can't tell any stories about what has occurred there. I can tell this story, though. I said, hey, man, I'm down here. I'm out of town. Whenever I'm out of town, I like to break the law a little bit, just see what I can get away with. I like to pull the old Dave Chappelle stunt like, hey, sorry. Didn't know I couldn't do that. I find that works very well when you're in another state. So we're walking through the mall, the River Walk, and I'm like, hey man, I'm just gonna take my liquor with me. I'm gonna drink it straight out the bottle and walk through the mall. I don't care. Like, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna tell them I don't know that I can't do this here. If something goes down, and my boys are like, hey man, you're wilding out. You're doing too much. We walk through the mall. Lo and behold, see an officer. Officer steps right in front. He's like, come here. And my guy Nick at the time, he's like, there's yells about to, get us in some trouble. Officer calmly comes over to me and he says, hey, you got to have that in a cup. Can't have a glass container. He goes and gets me a cup and pours my drink into my glass into the cup for me.
Where else? That's what I'm saying. Now, where else in this country are you going to find a police officer who's going to assist you in making sure you can continue to finish your drink?
Yeah. Hey, he was my own personal T-Pain, so I appreciate it. He made sure my cup was full. Thank you, sir. You're right about that. But look, man, we're in New Orleans. For the second game of this doubleheader, we got the Lock and Key crew hosting the Rocky Mountain Monsters, who have been sliding here recently. And the Lock and Key crew, the Gulf Coast Lockdown crew, to be exact, they've been soaring. What are the 3 keys that you're looking for in this matchup on either side of the ball for either one of these teams? The keys to victory here.
Well, first of all, the Rocky Mountain Monsters, they started 3-0. Now they're 3-4. They're sliding. What I'm not concerned about it, to be honest, because they did this last year. They were just a streaky team. They're a streaky team. They've got a lot of the same team. They're a streaky team. My 3 in the key, this is really more something that Rocky Mountain needs to stop, but I'm calling it a 3 in the key. I'm calling it a key to the game for Gulf Coast, and that is just keep playing that team game they've been playing. I don't think we expect this out of Gulf Coast, but I'm firmly ready to call them one of the deepest rosters in the league. Maybe not with flashy talent or professional prospect level, but in the way they play together and the way that everyone is able to contribute night in and night out in some form or fashion and do it efficiently, they're one of the deepest rosters in the league. So my first key is just keep playing that team ball game. My second key, Rocky Mountain Monsters, get Bondi Thunder back going. Early in the season, when they won those first 3 games, it's because all 3 of him, Justin Bell, and Dink Pate were averaging over 15 points a game. They were getting it nightly. All 3 of them were getting it going. In these last 4 games, Bondi Thunder has dropped in his scoring output quite a bit. And I think that is a big thing. I think get him back going. It was that big three that was doing it with a great supporting cast that was winning them games. When he dropped off, it was easier to guard that team. That's simple. Get Bondi Thunder going. And my last one is defense. Gulf Coast Lockdown, I already talked about how they play, that they call themselves the Lock and Key Crew for a reason. Both the words lock and crew are in there. They play great defense, but they're going up against two guys who are some of the best prospects in SimWorld Prep. Justin Bell, who is a known one of the best prospects, and Dink Pate, who to me has quickly shown that he is an SWBA even prospect at this level already. I don't see a world where he doesn't make it there unless he gets in some kind of off-the-court issue. So for me, Gulf Coast Lockdown, that's a big thing. You got to watch both those guys, and if they get him going Bondi Thunder, defense. Stay consistent on the defensive end.
All right, well, you heard it from Siege right there. We have a great matchup in store for you guys. Gulf Coast, who have turned out to be quite the Showtime, quite the act in Showtime for us. We just came off of an incredibly good matchup for overtime, so we anticipate another good one here. Siege, I appreciate you being here on the post-up. Look forward to you being here on the show more often, good sir. And everybody that is tuned in right now, Coach Skinny, Trey Hyman on the heels of that loss, showing great sportsmanship here. Lane O'Neal, Rip Akiri, Warren Langford in the building. Chiz, I see you guys. Stay tuned in. Appreciate you being with us. And tip-off out in Nowlands will be in just one moment.
Hey, welcome back. We're about to get our second game of the night underway. Rocky Mountain Monsters traveling. New Orleans take on Gulf Coast Lockdown. Nice dark sort of New Orleans look here in this stadium tonight. Crowd into it. Looking good. You have Elava behind the mic, joined by Sam. Sam, you got a favorite coming into this one?
I think we got a grand favorite in this one in Gulf Coast Lockdown coming in here. 7-1 to start the season so far. People thinking it may be too good to be true, and it's a tale of two different teams. We got Rocky Mountain Monsters. They have been struggling so far to start the season after being one of the best last year. We didn't expect this coming in, so they'll have a chip on their shoulder. They'll be looking to put it away, but we see here, to get the game started, we got Carson Cuthbert for 3.
Yep. Gets it started in the right way for the home squad, gets them to 3. Well, you're right, Sam. I think if people before the season started have been told in this game somebody will be 7-1, somebody will be 3-4, they would have thought it'd be the other way around. But Gulf Coast Lockdown with only one 17-year-old on the entire roster. Off to a strong start. They're still to a 3-2 lead here, and on the drive, Cutbirth again gets it to go. Rocky Mountain Monsters wearing the road brown uniforms. Gulf Coast, the lighter colored home uniform. And oh, look at that. Wow. Well, good start for Gulf Coast overall, but it's also a good start for Justin Bell, 6'7", 220-pounder out of Memphis, Tennessee. All 4 points for the Monsters. It's him versus Carson Cutbirth so far. Going to work here. Unable to get anything. Chance for the Monsters take their first lead of the game. See if they feed Pate once again. No, it's going to be Justin Bell. It is the Justin Bell takeover continuing. Bell averaging 16.6 a game, shooting 47% from the field. He's made all 3 of his shots here in this one. Oh, and Cutbirth loses the handle there. Chance for a transition bucket. McDougal out in front of everybody, and he lays it up and in. Quan McDougal III, 6'9", 190-pounder out of Montana. He'll be playing at the college level next season. And at a high level, too, I'm sure. We've lost Sam, folks. He's had to attend to a different matter, so I think J-Rock is stepping in for him. J-Rock, appreciate you super sub off the bench here.
Yeah, happy to be here for this matchup tonight.
Your SimWorld's Vinny the Microwave Johnson coming off the bench, getting it done. Well,
man,
starters for the Monsters.
People sleep
Go
on
ahead.
Vinny Johnson, man.
Hey.
People sleep on that dude.
I remember Vinny Johnson, the Microwave, Detroit Pistons star, Peacock for some of their title teams. Oh, these two teams.
And 2.
Oh, yes. All tied up. 3-point bucket. Locks it down for Gulf Coast. And as I was saying with Sam at the start of this broadcast, Jay, really you would have expected the Monsters maybe to be 7-1 coming into this one, start of the season. But instead, Gulf Coast, one of the youngest teams. I mean, ridiculously young, to be honest. Only one 17-year-old. Couple of 15-year-olds, 3 15-year-olds, and look what they're able to do out there. Yeah, well, these kids are playing older than their age is, older than their passport says they are.
Yeah, and that's what's
You
crazy,
need that-
them being so young and being able to play with that coach, like I said before.
Need that passport in the SimWorld game too, international games. But we're gonna take a quick break here. It's all locked up at a dozen with 4:15 to play. Dozen points apiece for these two teams. Rocky Mountain came into the season with race to one aspirations. Gulf Coast really didn't, as the youngest team in all of Sim World looked to be that Nick Heesh was loading up this team to be good next year, but things have kind of changed. Gulf Coast now thinking maybe the future is now for them too. McDougal, you get that first free throw to go down. Kawan McDougal, one of these players who've adopted this fashionable pigeon-toed free throw shooting stance. Didn't get it to work there. Yeah, see how he adjusts his feet there? Kills me, Sam. Did you ever shoot him that way? Oh, look, he didn't get either one.
I grannied them on JV.
Jay, I'm sorry.
I grannied them on JV.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That shot a little bit short there. Both teams have gone kind of cold. Started out as the Carson Cutbirth and Justin Bell show. Other guys have gotten involved since then. More than halfway through this first quarter. Same game, but once again, Bell's going to attack. Can't get the bucket to go, but he will go to the line. Ty Killens picks up the foul.
Justin Bell has been the unquestionable leader of this Rocky Mountain squad so far this season.
16.3 points per game for Justin Bell. Also 3.1 rebounds, shooting 47% from the field, 80% from the free throw line, where he's going to work right now. As good as Bell's been, he hasn't necessarily lived up to expectations that some had for him, and even in some circles, Justin Bell not taking the next step up in some people's eyes, being blamed for their struggles to begin this Sim World year. It's both his free throws to go there, gives the Monsters the lead. Cutbirth brings it up for Gulf Coast.
What do here to get something going?
Milo Legault has it. Tries to get inside, gonna take a little jumper and nails it. Milo Legault, 6'6", 16-year-old out of Shreveport.
Milo with the nice little free throw line pull up right there.
Yeah, you can't leave that man that wide open, I'm afraid. That is Zane Davis. Deadly from deep. He is the most prolific three-point shooter in the Rocky Mountain Monsters.
Oh
just
my
over 40%, goodness. But that is how you answer on the other end.
Ezekiel Bull with the grown man.
Oh yeah, he earned that name, that surname on that one. Another three on the way from Zane, but he can't get that one down. There's some pretty wild hollering coming from this crowd. I like this. I like calling games down here. It's always fun. It's always a pretty live scene, particularly when the home team is playing well, like they have been this year.
Yeah, this is definitely a very hyped up environment, and the crowd definitely gets into it.
Well, I like what they just saw there from Avery Cooks. He's another one of these kiddos, just 15 years old. 3 of those 15-year-olds. Had that three lined up, but couldn't nail it. Chance here for Gulf Coast. If they make any kind of bucket, it'll be their biggest lead of the game.
Back and forth thus far here in the fourth quarter.
Shot will not go. Ezekiel Bull. Great defense there, that sequence. A lot of that credit to Devontae Schindler, the 7-footer. We got 90 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Oh, great D on that end, too. Cutbirth cuts inside, but his little runner won't go down. Schindler has it.
Ezekiel Bull has just been a great defender for Gulf Coast lockdown on that end of the floor.
Yeah, Bull Showing his defensive prowess, 6'9", 230-pounder. Shot clock resets. And 3 on the way, and that is way short. That didn't even draw iron. Lucas Banks, 3-point shooter. Doesn't look so good on that. Hutworth going to work on the much bigger Schindler, and a foot smaller. Almost actually a foot and an inch. The 5'11" Cutworth taking on the 7-footer right there. Like to see the aggression. Nice first quarter from Cutworth.
Yeah, I'm a big Carson Cutworth guy. He's not going to put up a lot of points, but he can facilitate and he can quietly fill out a stat sheet. Rebounding and passing. He's averaging just under, I believe, 6 assists a game. So he definitely has the court vision to be an effective guard at this level.
This quarter is going to end the way it started, with Bell and Cutworth doing the scoring for their respective teams. Tight ball game here in Louisiana. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter coming up next.
It's a place where average Joe can work on his craft and grow. Say you the new magic, yo. Well, why you ain't passing though? Better get you a basket, bro. Cause this ain't no Madden, no. This is real ball life from prep to pro. Gamar Park, this ain't no fashion show. It's the opportunity for you to be the one to shoot the 3 in the clip. Game on the line. They like, who is he? Must be the 2-3 or 2-4. The 1 twice. Coach saying do more. Scouts like that boy nice. So drive up the price. Push up the stock. Build up your name. Stir up the pot. Piss off the eye. As a player or a coach. Here it is, dog. SimWorld. This is your shot.
Yo, yells.
SimWorld.
You know your boy gotta get some of this, right?
SimWorld.
Rick Blaze. Ladies love. Let's go.
I be on some ballers, trying to get my hands on a scholarship. Pretty young thing already knew my name, said she wanna try out on a scholarship. Hold up, let me PG it. Porn go past, but you know I'm gon' do it. Podcast fast, big Bob on the snacks, and you know I'm in my bag when March can't beat it. Baby, I be drippin' with my foes tipping. Shot out to the ballers, no bull like I'm Pippin. Rick Blaze hit him with the freestyle. Sim World hoops, man, them boys wild.
SimWorld. 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 SimWorld.
And then when their lead expanded, they turned into a highlight machine, except for the problem was there was no film in the camera.
All right, we are back. Hey, everybody, thank you for being with us here on SimWorld TV on YouTube. Want to remind you, if you're watching right now, please smash that like button. Please tell everybody, tell your friends about us, tell your mom about us. To get new viewers, new people into the game all the time at the only place where you can see the game, be the game, and that is SimWorld and SimWorld TV. Just about to get the second quarter going here. The home team, Gulf Coast, up by a bucket. Carson Cutworth, somewhat surprisingly, the offensive star for them. Kai Killens, their leading scorer at 16.6, relatively quiet. Picked up a foul, actually, trying to defend Justin Bell, most notably in that first quarter. Nonetheless, his squad is up by 1. I'm sure that Kai will be happy with that. Now, he won't be happy with that defense. Wow, what a move. I didn't know that Dink Pate could do that. That's the first real highlight for him in this game. Rocky's leading scorer, but doesn't stop.
Pate with the crazy handles on that one.
I'm kind of Dink Pate's personal kryptonite. Every game of Rockies I've called, he has not played well this year, but maybe he's looking to break that trend with that bucket here tonight. Good defense by the Monsters that sequence. Nope. Continues on this end. Sunday Thunder. Excuse me, getting that bucket. Ball out of bounds. This has not been the way Gulf Coast wanted to start this second quarter, as you see DeQuan McDougal set to re-enter the game, leading Schindler. Pate out there with Thunda. Rockford.
Rocky Mountain has a chance to get some momentum rolling and potentially go on a run right here,
boy.
and that will definitely help.
Monday Thunda, 6 foot 380-pound guard, just 16 years old, out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Hoosier transplant, playing out here in the Rockies. And this good defense, good offense sequence continuing here. Whatever Coach Robinson said during the break, these players have taken it to heart, and the Monsters now lead by 8. 9 straight points for them to begin the second quarter.
Respond right here.
Gulf Coast needs a response. That much is for sure. And they're able to get 2 back right there. Much needed bucket, cuts the lead to 6.
Quick first step there by Carson Cuthbert to get him around him for the easy layup.
Nice pass out to Pate for 3, and he drains it. Pate just shooting 30.8% from deep this year. Pretty confident right there, though. It's a 9-point advantage. Oh, there you go. Nice drive. Nice finish.
Back to 7.
Well, Google does have a little bit of a size advantage down low there. He's not a pure scorer, and that's just a tough shot. Blocked away there.
Maybe a little pick and roll action going here. Ooh.
Well, Pooley Horse has it down low. He's battling McDougal. Oh, and McDougal hucks it right back in his face. Quan shut that down.
McDougal
up on the other
very
end.
well.
Rashad Rockford, he's just 6'4", but he is wide. 230 pounds out of Wolf Point, Montana. Not even averaging a point a game, but he's got a bucket in this one. Oh, that's a tough drive inside. It ends up with a foul by Thunda. And that is going to send Lane O'Neill to the line. One of these 15-year-olds for Gulf Coast. 6'2", 190-pounder out of Tomball, Texas. I spent a ton of time in Texas. I'm not familiar with Tomball. Are you, Jay, by any chance? Does that ring any kind of a bell?
No, I don't believe I have ever been there.
All right. Well, we've got some Texans working behind the scenes here at SimWorld. I'll see if we have any Tomball intel. Oh, I'm getting it already. See, you say it, and I'm hearing it in my ear. Tomball is just outside of Houston, in the Houston area. Lane O'Neill, the pride of Tomball, gets 2. 7-point game. A foot on the line, that would have just been a 2, but it doesn't go anyway. And up the other way with it. Here comes Gulf Coast. Here comes Deonta Joyce, but he just puts it right up. Deonta Joyce, the only 17-year-old, the only really experienced player on this Gulf Coast squad.
God, Rockford.
Rashad Rockford. Again, he came into this game averaging 0.9 points per game. He's got 4 both in the second half. And there's a nice block. It's foul called, but Rockford's going to at least make Gulf Coast work for it. And you know, Jay, we've been talking all night about how unbelievably young this Gulf Coast team is in some ways. A lot of basketball left to be played, but I almost feel like this is a night where they could use a little more steady senior leadership, get them through a tough patch.
Yeah,
Not to mention. Go ahead.
This is definitely a scenario where you could use some veteran leadership, but I'm confident Gulf Coast can get it figured out.
Well, 9-point advantage. For the road team. Looking to cut that down to 8, however, here. And they can't get it done. More than halfway through the second quarter. Lance Banks has it, picks up a screen from Bell. Has to give it back out to Zane. Back into Bell. Oh, and on the attack, Justin Bell just off the bench, able to come with his own rebound, but pass swatted away. Deonta Joyce, about him, came up with that loose ball. Cutbirth has it now, going to work. Cutbirth cuts inside, passes to Joyce. Can't get it to go. Yeah. Well, Cutbirth won't get any credit on that because he couldn't get the bucket down, but that was a nice dish by him. Deonta Joyce, as I mentioned, the only 17-year-old player on this Gulf Coast Lockdown roster. And I've always admired him because, you know, he plays through the challenge of just wearing Timberland boots, getting out there on the court, saying, I don't care, I'm going to play in these shoes anyway. Well, see, the things I hear in my ear, people, I don't even know if I should share them all with you. I'm being told these are mustard OG Jordans, but I don't know. You might want to zoom in or something there. Hey, those are some Timberland work boots. And look, he can't even make his free throws. Of course he can. Only Larry Bird will come on the court wearing work boots and get.
Oh, what a block there by Bull.
Wow. Ezekiel Bull. Well, you know, Bull is kind of the person who's going to inherit that post position that Deonta Joyce has managed really well the past couple of years for Gulf Coast. 6'9", 230-pounder out of Shreveport, and I mean, if ever the name suited a player, Ezekiel Bull in a china shop down there, he's a lot to handle if you're on the opposing team. And he comes up with that big rebound there, pulls it away as we're under 3 minutes now to go, first half. That jumper won't go. 8-point deficit for the home team, Gulf Coast. Kai Killens has been largely anonymous. Now there is some nice defense. Avery Cooks, 15-year-old, with the defensive presence.
Gulf Coast defense once again giving them a chance to cut this lead down, and Ezekiel Bull getting it done.
The offense is not looking smooth, and it's not coming easy for Gulf Coast, but they are hanging around. They are just down 6. And these home fans have to be encouraged that they're hanging in this game in spite of the fact that leading scorer Kai Killens has been largely anonymous. Look at Ezekiel Bull go to work. Never thought about attacking 2 defenders down low. Thought better of it, although to be honest, he's had some success doing that, and he's going to do it again.
Carson Cuthbert flexing that quick first step there again on that pick.
4-point game. Monsters did lead by double digits. That's a nice little spin and finish right there from Lucas Banks. 6'8", 200-pounder out of Miami, averaging 7.5 points a game. Ooh. Well, he got away with a travel there, but it's a 3 in the corner from Cutbirth, and he nails it. It is his night tonight.
Carson Cutbirth cutting this to a 1-possession game here.
Justin Bell's going to try a 3, and he's going to get that to go. Wow.
Okay. Justin Bell very efficient tonight.
Well, he came into this game just 23% from deep. Looked like he was the designated sharpshooter on this squad that last possession, however. Monsters up by 4 after that bucket. Under a minute to go now for step. Lucas Banks has his shot blocked. Wow. Interior defense getting it done. Ezekiel Bull getting it done.
Cannot say enough about Ezekiel Bull's defense. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think he is going to be a very good player, not just here at the prep level, but also at the next level.
Mallow Legault scored the other end, but the answer right back at you from Rocky restores the 4-point lead. Final possession, first half. Gulf Coast looking to chop into this 4-point lead. And again, Kai Killens. A bucket, I think? He hasn't done much in this one. And look at that. Gulf Coast down just by 2 as we go into halftime of a high-scoring affair. That heave will count if it goes. It does draw some iron, but doesn't go in. And 42-40 is how things will stand as we go into halftime. Well, Jay, Carson Cupworth, kind of the star for Gulf Coast, keeping them in this. And for Rocky Mountain, Justin Bell started strong, but it's been Rashard Rockford having nice moments, Dave Pate, Lucas Banks, everybody getting in on the game for the road team.
Yes, indeed. And if you're Gulf Coast, you've got to look at getting Kai Killens going here in the second half.
Agree with that. Killens averaging a whopping 16.6 per game. By far the leading scorer on Gulf Coast. He doesn't have that designation tonight. That honor belongs to Carson Cupworth. 5'11", 145-pound guard, scoring inside, scoring outside, and keeping 7-1 Gulf Coast in this game. They trail by 2. We head into the break. Both teams shooting the ball well, 58%, 55%. Look at those 6 blocks for Gulf Coast, too. That's been making a difference. Let's see if they have enough to pull in front, pull out another win when we return for second half action. And we are back, now ready to get the second half underway. Tight game here between the Monsters and GCL. It is Monster Ball and it is Monster Lead. Only 2 though. Justin Bell goes to work, passes out the double team, finds Pate, who whips it inside to McDougal. He's had a nice game, but he can't get that shot to go. And a nice rebound and another one. And Ezekiel Bull.
Oh, what a lob from Cutberg.
Spectacular finish. Carson Cutberg averages 5.9 assists per game. Normally he's known as the quarterback out there pulling the strings. Not necessarily doing all the scoring. He's showing you both aspects of his game tonight. There's a tough cut by McDougal who won't go, but Bull does pick up his second foul and send Kwong back to the line.
And just under 8 points a game this season.
Nice there on that free throw. Yeah.
Good form.
Free throw getting set here. Does his little foot movement. Pronates. Very slow, deliberate shot. Will not go in the second one. Still low. 1 point lead for the Monsters.
Like the pigeon toe reference to that the footing there. E.
It's
Perfect way to
couple
describe
kids-
it. You definitely don't see that a lot.
No, well, you saw a couple kids doing it last year, in season 1, and you know how trends are. Cut birth. Cuts right to the hoop.
Getting it done on the offensive end is Cutler once again.
Well, that gives Gulf Coast the lead. First time they've had the lead in quite some time. 3 on the way from Dink Pate, but he's way off with that one. Pretty quiet night for Pate, I'm telling you. I am the man's kryptonite. Leave me at home, Rocky Mountain fans. If you want your team to win. Because Dink Pate just does not seem to get it done when I'm out here now. Nice defense there, Cutbirth. Kind of shakes his head. Home crowd not going to get on him for that air ball, but still feels it. Bull getting a little bit of a rest. Pooley horse. We have a bull and a horse on this Gulf Coast team. If we could get a stallion or a stallions, maybe. Ooh, long shot, drilled, dialed in right there. Monsters back up front.
I'm not sure how that would sound there, E. Not sure how that would sound.
You pick up on a trend sometimes. Back at there won't go, but Dougal great handle of the ball, but managed not to get it taken away. And he does have Cutbirth on him right now. See if Rocky can recognize it and feed him. Nope, instead it's going to be a long-range 3 from Justin Bell, but that worked out just fine. 5-point lead now for the Monsters.
Justin Bell, like I said earlier, still shooting very efficiently from the field tonight. And oh, what a move by Kai Killens. Can't get it. Oh, man.
Yeah. That was a great move, but the shot just not there, and that's kind of been the story of Kai Killen's night. Cutbirth is having to take over the scoring duties, but he can't get that one to go down. And now he has to pick up the defense on Pate, who tries to get around Cutbirth. Oh, he's going to pick up the foul right there. That is going to send Dink Pate to the line. Pate, 6'2", 200-pounder out of Dallas, Texas. Leading this team in both scoring, 16.9 per game, and assists, 4.3. Has not missed from the free throw line all year. And that's still the case. Dougal exiting. Xavier Mann coming into the game for Rocky Mountain. As Pate lines up, second free throw. He is a perfect 10 for 10 on the year. 7-point lead now for the Monsters. This was tied just a couple possessions ago. Oh, that's a tough shot for Joyce, but he gets it to go. Wow. Joyce normally does not show you that kind of range. Maybe he's got that in his bag, but kind of made my heart jump up into my throat when I saw him pull up there.
Dante channeling his inner Dirk there, and oh man, what a step on that move.
Yep. Banks is more athletic than he looks. Give him a step and he'll blow by your defender. And there's Joyce again. Really active relative to his limited offensive output, but he is attacking here. Couldn't get that shot to go. Davis tries a bucket, gets his own rebound. 3 in the corner from Pate.
I think Pate making this a 2-possession game.
10-point margin.
Double-digit game, excuse me.
Yep, nice attack there. There's a way to stop the clock, maybe reverse a little momentum, get a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play as Lucas Banks picks up the foul. I'm sorry, not Lucas Banks. That was Justin Bell. That time. And for Gulf Coast, Aiko Kasai out of Houston. 6'1" guard. Able to complete the three-point play. 7-point margin.
Kasai still shooting perfect from the free throw line this season after that one.
Well, that was a deep three. He stepped into it, took it confidently, restores that 10-point advantage. A lot of good highlights in this game today, Jay, but gotta say defense has not necessarily been theme of the night.
Lane O'Neal with the athleticism there.
And he's answered back by Justin Bell. Still a 10-point margin. Home club and the hometown fans still into this one. Well, that's a great move right there. Wow.
Nice
Impressive.
handles into the nice spin.
Funda's a decent defender, too. He just got lost on that possession. Then again, a lot of that's been going on. Oh, boy. Yep. Another easy bucket. These teams just kind of trading fairly easy scores up and down the court. Problem is that's going to favor Rocky Mountain long term. And there's some halfway decent defense. Chance for a transition bucket. Thunder has it. Forced to back it back out, however. Nice defense from O'Neal to contain the athletic Thunder. 3 on the way. Won't go.
Both coasts with a chance to answer here.
I'd like to do something to get this fan base here at the Porter Sports Center up off their feet. Maybe that will help a little bit. Shot goes in for Avery Cooks, the 6'9", 220-pounder. That's the lead down to 8, and there's a steal. Horse comes up with it. On the way. Gulf Coast needed that and they got it. Big bucket right there from Aiko Kasai. They had a 10-point advantage, now just 5 as we're approaching a minute to play here in the third quarter.
Aiko Kasai getting it done from deep there. Only shooting 25% from deep as far this season, but they answer right back.
Yeah. Thunder has it right back. I mean, he's shooting better than 50% from deep on the year, so we shouldn't be surprised to see that. But I'm a little bit surprised. I'm surprised that bucket didn't go in. And hey, credit to Rocky Mountain. Credit to Rocky Mountain as Horse picks up the foul. He is going to send Xavier Mann to the line, but you know, Rocky Mountain coming in here, come down to New Orleans. Down to the quarter. This is not an easy place to play. You got that crowd right along the edge of the court, standing room only for the most part. The facility that still looks like it's suffering the effects of Hurricane Katrina. You got like a backboard down on one end. Some stuff that definitely hasn't been cleaned in a little while. That's the way they like it here at Gulf Coast, however. That's part of the theme. That's part of the Team identity, gritty and tough. Yeah, there you can see some of the debris at that far end of the court. Perfectly nice backboard. All askew. It has not intimidated the Monsters any. Their lead is back up to 10.
Carson Cuthbert checking back in for Gulf Coast.
Well, Gulf Coast needs a spark from somewhere. There's still plenty of time. 8.5 minutes. Would have liked to got that bucket, couldn't get it. Where they're going to need it, though, I do think is going to be Cutworth and Killens. Hi, Killens. So anonymous so far in this one. Nice defense there. Avery came back. Very nice stop to that. Bull, once again, had 2 point-blank shots at the rim last 2 possessions. Nothing doing. Is it going to be Banks to take this last shot here? It looks like it is. 2-pointer. Won't go. Nonetheless, double-digit lead for the Monsters with just 8 minutes to play. Don't go anywhere. We're going to see if the 7-1 Gulf Coast squad. They're about to pick up their second loss of this season. 2-point lead. It is Gulf Coast ball. Got the home fans behind him. Got Carson Cuthbert out on the court. And Kai Killens as well. He's got the ball in hand right now. Let's see if this goes to work. He does. Turnaround jumper. Won't go. Just a rough night for Kai's.
Yeah, he hasn't really put up a lot of shots tonight, but ooh, nice dunk there.
Lucas Banks, not the flashiest game in general, not the flashiest game tonight. However, he's been effective. Definitely a key part. This effort, and there's Kai. Maybe that will get him going a little bit. Kai Killens, universally regarded as one of the top players in the Seminole game, 6'5" forward out of Houston. A lot of Texas talent in this Seminole game. Ezekiel Holy becoming with the rebound. A little bit of momentum. You hear the crowd pick up a little bit. Cuthbert tries to go inside. He's had some success down low, but it is tough trying to consistently get it over the long, outstretched paw. Nice pass from Bell. Nice finish from McDougal. Dozen points, 6.5 minutes. There is enough time left, Jay, but I think Gulf Coast took a 1-point lead in the third quarter. And it's all gone downhill since then.
Yep. Plenty of time to get something going, but they're going to have to find some consistency.
Well, they're going to have to get better shots than that. Now, they do get a reset on the offensive rebound. And Killens has it. Oh, tough shot, but he gets it to go. They're certainly making Kai earn any bucket he gets tonight. Averaging 16.6 on the season, shooting 48.8% from the field coming into this one. Justin Bell, nice drive, nice finish. Bell just a little too big and athletic for Milo to go right there.
Bell has been getting it done on the offensive end tonight.
Yep. Justin Bell's been looking like the player that people expected a little bit more, I think, at the start of the season this evening. He may be leading Monsters to even up their record here at 4-4, get to 500 on the season. Deontay Joyce back in the game. There's Killens, shoots it over the defender. It's an easy bucket to go. Kai coming alive a little bit.
Kai Killens on 6 points in this quarter.
Kai's coming on here, but he may have just left it a little too late. That's from Bell. Another pick from 8 wide open. 3. Has it, but gives it up, and it ends up in Cutbirth's hands. Shot clock now down to 5. Cutbirth gets free of his defender and tosses it up in. He's fearless. 5'11", 145 pounds. No fear though.
He is not afraid to get down and dirty at the hoop.
He may lack some size, but he also lacks some fear, Carson Cutbirth. That's not the way he's wired. Afraid to go in with these big bodies, almost 100 pounds heavier and a foot taller than him. Once again, he has the ball. The Killens hand, shot clock winding down, shoots over Banks, and it gets another tough shot to go. Kai Killens doing what he can to keep this interesting. 8-point game, 4 minutes to go in the fourth.
Little one-legged fadeaway there. That was beautiful.
Credit to Rocky Mountain. They're not giving Kai anything easy. 3 on the way from Bell. Can't get it to go. Possession here for Gulf Coast. They can cut this to 6 or even 5 at a bucket. Plenty of time left to work with. Oh!
Little miscommunication there.
Trying to do there, but he missed Bell. Hey, we're taking a quick time out. 3:41 to go in the fourth.
We at Carnival take our mission to be America's most fun vacation very seriously. So I'm making changes at the top, effective immediately. Mr. O'Neill is perfect for the job. His unparalleled passion and unique business acumen are a tremendous asset.
I need those numbers by 5 o'clock today. Duck. Goose. Just hit me on the email, Shaq@carnival.com, and 4 tickets will be delivered to your house first thing in the morning.
Who is this?
Have you not heard?
No. Well, what?
CFO.
Oh, really?
Want to know what else? Tag, you're it. Run!
I'm excited for the immediate impact Shaq will make. Come in.
President Duffy, I turned the conference room into a ball pit. Marco Polo in 15. Choose fun, baby.
Rocky Mountain inbounding. They lead by 8. Things are getting a little bit nervy for them. A bucket to calm things, but certainly not be unwelcome here for Coach Robinson and his squad. They try to win one on the road over what has been one of SimWorld's best teams to start the season. Yeah, Pate just came up short, but able to get his own rebound. I thought he'd bring that back out. Instead, he tried to get it back up, and that was a mistake. Oh, nice dish from Killins.
Stuff ahead to Carter.
Point game with 3 minutes to go. Lucas Banks, a bigger but slower defender on him than Joyce. Trying to work his way around him. Good defense, Joyce. 3 on the way from Pate. Gulf Coast, they're trying this lead to 6. Gonna keep on chipping away at that iceberg. Collins has it, creates a little space for himself. It's another tough jumper to go. Double digits in the quarter. Guy Killins. Now the Monsters want a timeout. Lead cut to 4, or 2:14 to play in the game. Don't go anywhere. We're going to return after a quick commercial message. Do social media. Hey, I want to remind everybody out there, you can find SimWorld everywhere across the social media universe at SimWorld 4K. You will find us on Instagram, you will find us on TikTok, you will find us on YouTube, you will find us on Facebook, you will find us on Adult Friend Finder, you will find us on Pinterest, you will find us on Grindr, you'll find us everywhere. So just look for SimWorld 4K every place you get your social media news and make friends.
Wow.
A little bit more than 2 minutes to go in this one, and it is a 2-possession game. Justin Bell really working down low. Worked hard for a good shot. Is he going to come with that rebound? No, and they're going to say it came blast off of Bell. Oh, no, they're not. That's going to remain with the Monsters. Boy. I'm a little surprised. I was pretty sure Justin Bell touched that. I don't think they're wrong. I was pretty sure Justin Bell was the last person to touch that. Instead, Dink Pate gets it off the inbound and drains the 3. What a huge swing. Gulf Coast calling a timeout. Coach Heesh wanting to talk it over with his young team, but 7-1. These guys have had a lot of success. They've had a lot of momentum, a lot of things going their way this season. Find themselves in one of the few sticky spots they've been in this year. Like I said earlier, Jay, this is the place I think you want. Somebody who's maybe a SimWorld veteran, has played a year or two already in this league, has a good head on their shoulders. That's just not how Gulf Coast is constructed, with the exception of their paint presence, Deonta Joyce. And look, it's been Kai Killens and Carson Cutbirth who have done it all for them, particularly in this fourth quarter, getting them back in the game. Maybe just too little too late. Less than 2 minutes to go now.
Yeah, for most of the night, it's just Gulf Coast has scored 72 points, but it just doesn't feel like they've managed to get on a consistent roll or run. And
well, for 3 quarters, Kai Killens really kind of didn't show up. That changed in this fourth quarter. He's got 12 points. Is the reason Gulf Coast is still within shouting distance, but they got to get some defense. And Dink Pate back-to-back breaking threes have the lead back up to 8 for the Monsters.
Dink Pate been getting his points for Rocky Mountain tonight too.
Yes, he has. A little bit quietly, wasn't the showy fashion we've seen from some other players. I mean, even Kai Killens here, who's taking his star turn in the fourth quarter. 14 points now for him in the quarter, but it looks like it's just too much Monsters. Minute to go, maintaining a 6-point lead. And inside goes McDougal. Nice defense, though.
There.
The post still alive thanks to Ezekiel Boyle. And Joyce who spotted that shot. Cutbirth had a 3. Passed it up to Killens. Double team. Gets it back. Clean look. Could have got that to go. We would have had a game on our hands, Jay.
Yeah, that would have been huge.
Instead, 6-point margin, monster ball, and I think Gulf Coast should and will foul here. Going for the steal, D'ing him up. Oh, tried to turn him over. Oh boy. Desperation pass. Healed. Wow. Can't believe.
He just Grant Hilled that.
He really did. Defensive 3-second violation. It's going to stay with the Monsters. And it looks like Gulf Coast just didn't pull off a miracle here. Last 26.4. Their second loss of the year. Thunda's going to shoot this. Crazier things have happened. Thunda's looking to make it a little bit harder here at the line off of the freebie. And he does. Extends the lead to 7. Zane Davis coming back in the game. But it's Banks who's going to inbound. And give some credit to Banks, too. He's played well all around tonight. And that inbound pass where he found Pate for the first of his 2 threes. I mean, even if Dink Pate misses one of those last 2, we're still in a neck-and-neck ball game here. Doesn't look like Gulf Coast is going to foul, and that's going to allow Monsters to burn 10 seconds off the clock. Oh, and worse than that. Well, I think that will do it. You can forget about fouling and whatever else. That's your ball game there. The barrage of threes seals it for Rocky Mountain late. They impressively win on the road in New Orleans. They are 4-4. Gulf Coast sends their hometown fans back to their place disappointed. They're going to fall to 7-2. Well, thank you for being with us tonight. Remember to come back tomorrow night. And for my own self, E-Lava, for my broadcasting partner this evening, J-Rock, and for everybody behind the scenes at SimWorld TV, thank you for being with us at the only place that you can see the game, be the game.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld.